Liam Vu, ladies and gentlemen, is here.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping that, I know you're talking about a little fan expo, I was hoping that you would be dressed up perhaps as a stormtrooper or...
I mean, fingers crossed that might happen later today because I'll be meeting up with the 501st Legion. It's a global organization where they're all dedicated to creating screen-accurate costumes. So they're going to put me through the training that it takes to do all that. Hopefully Darth Vader is there. Maybe I can interview him, although I don't think he'd be too crazy about Chewie on my chest this morning. But FanExpo, 4-day event, man. What? Don't laugh at me. 4-day event. It's kicking off today, this afternoon. Expected to bring more than 125,000 people to the Metro Toronto Convention Centre. And now they've dedicated about 750,000 square feet of space to host all of this nerdy glory.
Nerdy glory.
So we're asking you, Alan Carter, what's your favorite fantasy franchise?
Favorite fan? You know what? I am so obsessed with Game of Thrones right now. That's gotta be. I am. Right now I'm trying desperately to get to the end of the books before the new season starts, because I've watched all the television shows, and now I'm wading through this much.
But you know what's great? Is you can admit that on television, and it's fine. It's a safe space. That's a cool thing about sci-fi these days, is it's cool to like sci-fi, because people watch Game of Thrones, people love the X-Men movies. We're asking you this morning, facebook.com/morningshowto. What's your favorite fantasy franchise? I'll be live from Fan Expo in about an hour from now, so we'll check in then, and hopefully I haven't joined the dark side by then.
Okay, thank you so kindly. Let's find out more about the weather and go outside to Michelle.
Gorgeous shot of the CN Tower. Welcome back to the morning show on your Thursday, August 28th. Cool start to the day, but we're expecting to go up to a high of 22 degrees and sunny skies. And just below, just at the base of the CN Tower, the Metro Toronto Convention Centre. And that's where we find our Liam Vu, who's there for Fan Expo. Hey, Liam.
Hey, morning, Rosie. Yeah, hardest job ever. I love the Fan Expo. I remember going there as a kid. Now it's become a bigger and badder event in the best possible way. 125,000 people are expected to be coming in for about the next 4 days. So if you're a fan of fantasy, Game of Thrones, comic books, Spider-Man, Star Wars, then you'll want to come here. Joining me this morning is Roy Mitchell. You're the commanding officer of the 501st Legion, the Canadian Garrison. Good morning.
Good morning.
Who are your buddies here with you this morning?
Oh, we got a couple of Stormtroopers with us. Well, a Sand Trooper and a Stormtrooper, technically.
All right, talk about the 501st Legion. You made quite a splash earlier this week. You were at the TSX. What was that like?
Oh, it was a lot of fun. Never done that before. Pushed the whole button and started the whole thing off. Most of the suits there were pretty impressed and kind of freaked out that we were all there, but hey, it was all good.
Hey, I'm pretty sure they loved having you there. Now, a lot of people might be hearing the 501st Legion for the very first time. So you guys are an organization, international, and dedicated towards building and constructing screen-accurate replicas of the costumes. Is that right?
Yeah, that's basically it. In 1997, a couple guys down in Atlanta, Georgia, got some Stormtrooper armor, built it themselves, and said, you know what, it'd be fun to get together and do this. It started growing from there, and then we started doing a lot for charity, because, hey, why not? We're in suits, everybody's around, let's throw some money and raise some money for some kids' charities. As that grew over the years, Lucasfilm saw us and said, you know what, these guys are doing a good job. Why don't we work with them? I mean, to be totally honest, there's no better way to sell Star Wars than guys in armor and costumes. So that went from there. The group got bigger and bigger. We've been around. This is our 15th anniversary, actually. We started in 1999 here in Canada. It's worldwide. There's over 6,000 members. We got garrisons everywhere. We got guys in Dubai with armor. I think there's a Russian outpost now. And we go from there. We go to children's hospitals. We raise a lot of money for Make-A-Wish, and we're here this weekend. We got a fantastic booth. You won't believe it until you see it, where you can shoot blast a Stormtrooper for charity. All that money goes to Make-A-Wish. We're doing photo ops. You can get your picture taken. We'll have a nice 8x10 for you. All that money goes to Make-A-Wish Foundation. We're going to raffle off actual Stormtrooper helmets that we've built. So you're not going to get anything nicer than that. They're raffles. We're getting rid of one a day. You can have a shot in our group photo at the end of the weekend. We're going to have over 120 troopers here this weekend, so guys in costumes over the next 4 days.
And I've seen that personally, and it doesn't matter whether you're 5 years old or in your 50s, everyone becomes a kid at that moment when they see the costumes. And I'm curious, even looking at this here, there's so much detail in terms of the battle stains right here, the burn marks works. How do you go about, because clearly you can't buy this over the rack.
No, you don't buy this. We make it ourselves. This is a sand trooper from A New Hope, so he's out in the desert, he's getting beat up, so we just a lot of paint and some grease to make it look like it's been out there battle damaged, and yeah, we try to replicate the movies as close as we can. So we've got all sorts of characters. We've got Darth Vader's, we got Boba Fett, we got Yoda at the booth. We got all sorts of stuff this weekend. There's going to be, I can't even list all the characters because there's so many.
It's crazy too, because you've had an impact on actual Star Wars mythology, the 501st Legion. Talk to me about how you've impacted the Lucasfilms.
Well, through doing all the charity work and then working with us, and it's been a great relationship. We love it. Now with Disney, of course. Timothy Zahn actually wrote a novel and thought, you know what, it would be fun if it's okay with you guys, let's put the 501st in there. Yeah. So we got mentioned in that. Of course, everybody's brains just went, wow, this is pretty awesome. So we were all pretty impressed with that. And the biggest thank you is in episode 3 when Anakin's assaulting the Jedi Temple and all those blue clones. That's the 501st Legion right there.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Roy. We're going to be hanging out with you for the rest of the morning. And rumor has it I might be dressing up as a Stormtrooper. Let's see if I cut it. Hey, man, do you think I'm cut out for it?
I think so.
All right. Okay. Let's see if it actually happens. Hopefully, all my working out will pay off and I actually fit into the suit. So you won't want to miss it. That's coming up on the morning show. All right. I'm going to get warmed up. I'm going to throw it back to studio.
All right, time to get your geek on because it's Christmas for sci-fi and fantasy fans right here in Toronto. FanExpo is about to get underway today and it celebrates its 20th anniversary. Let's check in with Liam, who is down at the Metro Convention Center. Liam.
Hey, Alan, I bet you're so jealous right now. I mean, check out this amazing suit. It totally fits like a glove. You know, they say that you need to actually... Okay, fine. Busted. It doesn't fit like a glove. Thanks to Roy here. You let me borrow one of your Stormtrooper outfits, but it clearly doesn't fit me as the way it should. That's the reason why it's so custom, right?
Yeah, you got to custom fit it to you and your body, so...
Yeah, talk to me about the process of putting it on, because I attempted to do that just moments ago, and it was such a process. Like, how do you go about designing something that looks movie accurate, but at the same time it's easy to put on and take off?
Well, that's the whole trick. Like, usually you build it from the ground up. You start at the bottom and build it up. But, I mean, when stuff's in a movie, you shoot, you know, you're on action for 30 seconds, the helmet can come on and off. I mean, we're in these things, sometimes we're in these things for 6 hours. So we customize it a bit so they're actually comfortable to wear. We got fans in the helmet so you don't end up passing out. Things like that, because it's got to be comfortable because, you know, we do a lot of charity and it doesn't end anytime soon.
Well, we want to take a look at inside too, just to show the amount of process and wiring that it takes to keep cool. I mean, on a day like today where it's a bit more brisk, it's probably good for the Stormtroopers, right?
Oh yeah, it's got a nice breeze out here, so it's pretty nice. But well, I mean, when the sun comes out, it can be really hot in these things. That's why we have helmets with the fans in them and stuff, because you can just bake.
The thing about sci-fi fans and fantasy fans is a lot of times to be screen accurate is so important. I mean, what sort of detail do you have to look through? Are you watching stills from the movie and looking at how many dots there are or how many events there are? What's the sort of process in terms of constructing something like this?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Now with the Blu-rays out, you can really get in there and see all the detail, even the stitching, how things were put together, how the suit was constructed originally, and we try to replicate it exactly or as close as we can.
And we have to ask, because right now, obviously, we are getting more installments of the Star Wars franchise, this time being done by J.J. Abrams. How are you feeling about what's sort of come out so far? I mean, he sort of sent some few photos out here and there, but are you excited? Are you nervous?
Oh, I'm not nervous. It'll be good. You know, he's leaked a lot of good stuff, a lot of practical effects, a lot of actual things, which is fantastic. So, yeah, we're all pretty excited. I'm sure it'll be good. It'll be more costumes and lots more stuff for us to do. So,
do you think I'm too short to be a Stormtrooper?
No, not really.
Okay.
You're fine.
I just wanted to confirm that. All right, if you at home... Sorry, I'm pointing a gun at you. If you at home are interested in joining the 501st Legion, or if they just want to find more information, where can they get that?
You can go on our website, www.501st.ca, or the same thing, .com, 501st.com. That's the main site. There's lots of information there. We've got detachments and all the costumes. Lots of people ready to help and make your dream come true if you actually want to be one of these characters.
Awesome. There you have it, folks. FanExpo is going through the whole weekend at the Metro Toronto Convention Center. Definitely visit these folks from the 501st Legion. Since I'm in a suit, I think I can totally blend in. I'm going to try to put this on. Here, can you hold this? And since we're gonna go to break soon, I'm gonna try to put on this helmet, and let's see if I can actually make it. All right. On that note, I'm gonna throw it back to studio.